What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another career savior video. Today we are with the Giants. As you may or may not know, at one time Marco Luciano was a top prospect. Everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing at shortstop. Now he's kind of hasn't really turned out to be the beast that everyone wanted him to be. Only 23 years old, he still has time, but in this game, he only has 74 potential. Really not much you can do with 74 potential in this game, unfortunately. So, that being said, we did switch his potential back to what it used to be in MLB The Show. I believe this is 22. Could be wrong. The 98 potential. So, that being said, he is going to have 6 spins. So, let's get our first one done. Alright. Show me something magical. Max an attribute to start, that is perfect. Alright, so that being said, I'm going to max out an attribute, and I'll show you in a second. Alright, so I did max out his contact versus righties. It is going to turn him into a 69 overall, so plus 9 first season is phenomenal. That being said, he's probably going to be in AAA for the year. Willie Adames is in front of him. I will move someone's position at some point, but I just not the first year. So that being said, let's see how he's doing by the All-Star break. Alright, we're at the All-Star break. Let's see how he's doing. I think he's probably going to be in AAA. He's not. He's in the MLB. He's played in 81 games, hit 305 so far. I guess they see that contact versus righties, and they want him in the MLB bad. So that means, where is he playing? Is my question. He might be the DH. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like he is the DH in both lineups, which is, good enough for now. So that being said, is he an all-star? Is actually like a valid question because he's having a great year. And that would be a big astounding no. Even though he's hitting 305, he still has no home runs. So that being said, let's finish out the year and see how he finishes off. Alright, the season's over. The Giants were terrible. How did Mr. Luciano do? Okay, he's a 72. They got Rodolfo Castro at some point. But in 146 games, he did have 8 home runs. He had 291. A lot of strikeouts, though, which is not ideal. 2.3 WAR is very good, though. Played a little bit of defense, but not much. Yeah, overall, not a bad year, though. For technically a rookie season, let's see where he finished for the Rookie of the Year race. Probably not very high. Yeah, because you got guys like Drake Baldwin, Nolan McLean, and Jacob Mizraowski, who were obviously going to be here. So, that being said, let's get through the offseason and see if we can get him a spin and help him out a lot. Alright, we are back with another year. Let's get another spin in here. Still have my skip with only 5 left to go. So that being said, what are we going to get? Something good, please. I'm going to use my skip. Show me something good, please. Steal an attribute, that'll work. That will play. Alright. So we did unfortunately have to waste our skip on what I consider a good spin. But I really needed Luciano to kind of get better. So, that being said, I'm going to go steal a stat. Probably going to be one of the powers. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we are going to steal Manny Machado's power. He's a division rival, so he gets 40 power. It's going to kill his overall. He's down to an 81. I'm going to go give Marco Luciano 99 power versus lefties. Then we'll hop into the year. Alright, it is going to make him an 80 overall, so definitely a big jump. Hopefully he'll start hitting some home runs finally. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, home run derby time. Is he here? That would be funny if it was. I saw Devers and I thought it was him. That being said, though, he's not the starter out there. Let's see. Alright, he's hitting 278 with 12 home runs. For reference, I've never seen Justin Verlander make it to the Hall of Fame. I gave him 99 everything. I want to see if he can do it. Yeah, fortunately he left the team. But I just wanted to see if he can make the Hall of Fame in this game, so that's why you see him there. That being said, back to the man that we are actually here for. Marco Luciano. I mean, 278. Power's going down a little bit already, but he's up to an 81. It's a better start. He's already got pretty much the same WAR he had last year, so yeah, let's just finish off the year, see if he can do something. All right, the season's over. They won 2 more games, so yay. Devers led with walks, but that's not who we care about. We are here for Marco Luciano, up to an 83. 181 hits, 21 home runs, hitting 275. Way too many strikeouts, though. Way too many. Considering he had about 56 more at-bats, and about 40 of them were strikeouts, so we need to get his vision up. He finishes with a 3.3 WAR. Not bad. That being said, they don't make the playoffs, so I will see you guys when we get another spin. Alright, we are back with another year. One more spin could honestly put him as the best shortstop on this team. So, give me something. I need that vision to get up. Need a lot of his stats. Plus 10. It's not exactly what we wanted, but you know what? It'll work. I'm going to probably put the plus 10 straight on his vision. Just because that vision is so bad. So, yeah. Alright, I know I said I was going to put it on vision. I put it on clutch instead because I would like for him to get some RBIs in here. So, yeah, kind of, I don't want to say a waste of a spin, but wasn't a great spin. So, that being said, you know the drill. Alright, home run derby time. He's not here, obviously. Shortstops, come on, please be at least somewhere near the top, Marco. Alright, wow, 229 is abysmal. He's going up everywhere, though, besides his contact, as you can see. I mean, is it good? No. It's actually very bad. .4 WAR will not play. Is he playing defense? No, he's not even playing defense. Your whole job is to hit. I need you to hit, Marco. So, that being said, let's finish off the season. Hopefully he can get the numbers back up. So, yeah. Alright, the season's over. We won 78 games, which is a big improvement, as crazy as that sounds. Logan Webb strikeouts. No Marco Luciano. What's his name still playing? Verlander? I doubt it, honestly. He is like 45 at this point, if he is. Who are we looking though? We are looking for Marco Luciano. Chapman had a 4.5. We don't care about Matt Chapman, no offense. Devers, don't care about Devers, unfortunately. Marco, buddy, what is happening here? Okay, Willie Adames is going down, which is kind of crazy. Marco is going up. 16 home runs, hit 251. Are you at least playing shortstop now? Yeah, he's playing. He was an all-star? In his worst season yet, he was an all-star. With a 2 WAR, I mean, hopefully him playing defense is going to help his WAR numbers. But now that's going to create something that, you know, might not help us. It is what it is, though. That being said, let's get him another spin. I need to turn him into an elite player. He's only got 3 years left here. He's only got 3 spins left. So, yeah, we got to hope for the best. All right, we do have another spin. Marco Luciano has cracked the top of the team. We do need plus attributes in some way, shape, or form. 25, 50, or 100. Plus 50 will definitely play. That will certainly play. That being said, let's go give him plus 50 attributes and see how he does for the year. So we did give him plus 50. 13 plus 23 is 36. Plus 14 is 50. He's up to 90 overall. We need a breakout year for him in the worst way possible. So let's get to the All-Star break. He needs to make the All-Star team as an actual good All-Star this year. So hopefully he can do that. All right, we are at the Home Run Derby. Is he here? No. Would have been funny if he was, but he is not. Not the starter at shortstop either. Oh, man. Where are you at, Marco? I mean, 274 with 11 home runs. Kind of around where he's been. He's up to a 91 overall, which is good. But it's not great. His walks to strikeout ratio looks a lot better so far this year. 50 RBIs looks pretty good. 1.5 WAR. I mean, he's getting better. I just need him to get betterer. So, yeah, that being said, right now not on a Hall of Fame course, but I think we can still change it. So, let's finish off the year and see how he does finish off. The team won 87 games and finally made it to the playoffs. How did the main man Marco do? Up to 91, 282, 22 home runs, 172 hits. So it's looking like one of his better seasons so far. 83 RBIs is definitely the most he's had in a year. Great walks to strikeout ratio. 809 OPS is the best he's had. 3.2 WAR. Nothing in the awards department. But that being said, they do have playoff baseball. Let's see how he does. They are moving on. Take on the Phillies. And they got knocked out. Alright, that is unfortunate, but let's get another spin. He's only got 2 left, so need something big. Pause. Big pause. Wow. Alright, so they did pick up Hunter Brown, which is good. Luciano is now the 3rd best player on this team. I need something big. I need either steal a group or plus 100 in the biggest way possible. We are going to get plus 100. W. So I'm going to go give him plus 100, and we're going to go see how he does. Alright, so we did give him plus 100. He is now going to be an all-around stud. I gave him fielding because, to be quite frank, we do need his fielding to go up. If we could win a couple gold gloves, I feel like that would be massive for his career. But as of right now, he's only at a 10.4 WAR and 706 hits at the age of 27. So, need him to step up in a big way this year. Let's go see if he can do it. Alright, home run derby time. He is not here. Alright, that is not a good sign. He's not the starter at shortstop either. He is 3rd, though. 319, 20 home runs. He's having a good year. He's dropping a little bit, but that's not bad. 20 home runs, 319, 5 WAR at the All-Star break. He better be in here. What does Gunner look like WAR-wise? 4.2. Ellie with a 3.9. So, I mean, it looks like he has the highest WAR. But, yeah. Let's finish off the year. He needs to win some sort of award. I need a Silver Slugger or something. I might move him to second base, honestly. Might be the only way to help him, so... yeah, we're going to see. Alright, so we did move him to second base, and he's now the starter. So, yeah. Alright, the season's over. We won 83 games, but just missed out on the playoffs. Hunter Brown did a job. Marco Luciano, he got a batting title and a Hank Aaron and an All-Star and a Silver Slugger. That is the exact season that we were looking for. 7.6 WAR. Who won MVP over him? Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it makes sense. He's not even on the list, though, which sucks, which makes no sense. He literally won the Hank Aaron Award, but he's not on the MVP list. Alright, that's fine, though. Gold Glove, not even on the list. How bad was he defensively? It's a great question. Pretty bad. But that's fine, though. It's a great year. It's a humongous step in the right direction. So, let's get through the offseason, get our last spin in. It is his last year as a Giant, so see if we can send him off with a bang. Alright, we do have the potential for no more Marco on the Giants. Can we send him off with a good final spin, set him up for success for the future, and get Silver Group? Alright, we are looking for base running. Honestly, just base running. Maybe his secondary hitting stats. But if we get base running, or defense wouldn't be bad. But mainly base running, I want him to become like Ellie. So that being said, let's go do it. Alright, so if you guys don't know, put it as a position player. Now we are going to scroll through for a little bit. And then in 3, 2, 1. We get the base running stats. I'm going to go steal someone's base running. We're going to turn him into a beast. Yeah. Alright, we are going to steal Kendall George's base running. So, we're going to go do that. And I'll show you guys the swap in a second. Alright, so Marco Luciano is now an amazing base runner. So, I'm going to go switch Kendall George's. And then we're going to hop in. I'm not going to stop the All-Star break anymore. From here on out, it's just whatever he does. Alright, so Kendall George, his career shot. Those were the stats for Marco Luciano. So, yeah. That being said, I will see you guys at the end of the year. Hopefully, Marco Luciano can have a great year. Alright, the Giants don't get playoff baseball. I hope Marco leaves. That being said, how did he do? Not good enough to be on any of the major lists, from what it looks like. No gold glove. Did we at least win a Silver Slugger? What happened, Marco? Is he dropping? A little bit, but he didn't have a bad year. 286, 24 home runs, 25 stolen bases. That'll play, but no awards besides an All-Star to show for it. So, That being said, we do need him to leave this team because they're not doing anything for him. So, that being said, I'll see you guys whenever he signs. Marco Luciano goes to the Mariners for 9 years. Pretty much going to finish up the rest of his career with the Mariners. So, hopefully he can do a job. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to be a Hall of Famer. But I mean, after 6 years, 1,023 hits isn't bad. He kind of just needs to duplicate what he's done so far, and he has a shot. He does need to increase that WAR a little bit though. 22.9 isn't great, but honestly, he has a good 5-6 year stretch. He should be in a Hall of Fame. So that being said, let's go ahead and let's sim out the year. All right, so the Mariners did just win the World Series. Alec Boehm World Series MVP. No, what's his name to be seen, unfortunately. All right, the Mariners did win the World Series again. Let's go see who won the awards for it. Not our guy Marco Luciano, I can tell you that much. So Marco Luciano got traded to the Twins in this game. All right. I didn't see it pop up on my screen, but he gets traded for Colt Keith and Thomas Gonzalez. So it looks like he's going to finish out his career with the Twins probably. All right, the Twins win one more with Marco Luciano, and I think with that his career might be over. If not this year, then next year. So, yeah. He did win postseason MVP, though, at a 75 overall. I don't think he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but I'm going to give him a year or two, see if he can kind of... He needs to average about 110 hits for the next 2 years to make it to the Hall of Fame. Let's see if he can do it. Alright, so Marco Luciano has officially retired. He played in 2,120 games. By the way, I did bring him back to the Giants because I wanted him to have a shot. I did move him to center field because that's the only position we really, I wouldn't say really needed help with, but it's the only position he would play in. So, he played 2,120 games, 8,283 at-bats, 1,212 runs, 2,315 hits, 505 doubles, 93 triples, 305 home runs, 1,079 RBIs, 872 walks, 1,866 strikeouts, which is not good. 327 stolen bases might be the most, though. 279, 350, 473 for a total of an 823 OPS is not bad. 9,279 plate appearances. Career WAR of 68.7. 2 Hank Aaron's, 6-time All-Star, 1 Gold Glove, 3 Silver Sluggers, 2 batting titles, and a playoff MVP. I don't think that's good enough to make it into the Hall of Fame. But that being said, he did have 68.7 WAR. So on the all-time hitter rankings, that puts him at tied for number 76 with Robinson Cano, Eddie Murray, and Ivan Rodriguez, 2 of which are Hall of Famers. And on the all-time just regular list, he is going to be tied for 112 with the same guys. So yeah, he is tied with these 3 guys. Now the moment of truth. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but can he make it in? He does not make it in. I think he needed maybe 5 more WAR. So that being said, though, definitely a success in my book. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.